Hey, what's up, guys? How you doing? It's me, Mr. 4K Upscaler. I'm gonna go ahead and give this another try. PES 2018. This is still a demo. I haven't really bought into getting the full version. I might probably end up getting the full version and do a comparison between the FIFA 18 and this. This is what I have gathered so far. There's no word on HDR. Okay. They are having some plans in the future. Maybe in the future they might do some HDR. Currently it's dynamic resolution. I'm not sure what source. Could be 1200p, 1400p, I don't know. It is upscaled to 4K, okay? That's all I know. Because Konami, it's so nice. They give you all the details that you need. They give you all the details that you need. Okay, so what I'm going to do here, I'm going to go and calibrate this. Remember, this time, it's going to be calibrated based on my environment. Based on how far from the TV am I sitting, okay? Everyone will have a different aspect of calibration depending on where their TV is, how big their TV is, how much of light in the room there is. All of these elements can have an effect on calibrating. Okay? So, the way I'm gonna calibrate this, it's based on this environment that I'm in. Okay? I have a few lights around the this room. I'm about 5 feet away from the TV, and keep in mind, this is not HDR. This is not native 4K, so it's going to be a total different ball game here. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and let's start this. Okay, so we're going to do Germany versus Argentina really quick here. First, I'm going to go through the game. We're going to play through it a little bit, and then I'm going to jump into calibrating process. Remember, I'm going to try to stay within calibration, standard calibration rules, okay? And I'll explain that to you as we go. But first, let's start the game. Okay, so here we are, Germany versus Argentina. So far, looks pretty good. I like what I'm seeing here. Also try to keep in mind what you're seeing through camera. It's not going to be what I'm seeing in person. Like what I'm seeing in person, it's totally different. It's much better what I'm seeing in person than what you guys are seeing on this video. I mean, graphically, it's okay. I mean, here's the thing. I know PlayStation 4 Pro can utilize a little bit better with the textures, okay? With the hair works and all that. It almost looks as if they didn't spend too much time on PlayStation 4 Pro version. Honestly, they need to spend some more time on PlayStation 4 Pro version. I already sent them a tweet. I told them, hey, what happened to HDR? What happened to native 4K? You know, why are you letting FIFA 18 take all the glory? Which is beyond me, that they haven't utilized the power of PlayStation 4 Pro to handle higher textures, better volumetric light, and of course native 4K and HDR. Are they going to do that with the update? It's possible. You see how long it took for Battlefield 1 to get the HDR update. So I'm not saying it's going to happen anytime soon, but they are, from what I heard, quote unquote, they are planning on getting the HDR update sometime in the future. Okay, you see the quote, the fingers? Means don't rely too much on it. What that means, okay? Alright, so here we go, Argentina, Germany versus Argentina. And I'm gonna explain a couple of things here when you are calibrating non-HDR content, you know, how to know how much do you need of backlit, how much of contrast do you need. All of these things mainly will be dependent on where you are in the room, like how far are you sitting from the TV. And here we go. Oh, maybe it's a corner. It depends on how far are you sitting from the TV, and then how much of light do you have in the room, how big is the TV. So all of these elements play a key role on how you calibrate, okay? I wish that I could be in your house to calibrate for you, but I'm not. You know, I can only give you an advice, and advice is you'll have to I will explain in a minute like what I mean by calibrating standards. We'll get to that. Let's just play through a little bit through this here in this game, and let's see what I can do here. Oh my God, almost. It was like this close. Look at that. So close, man. Oh my God, so close. So close, yet so far. All right, let's check the replay a little bit. Let's go over here to the replay, and let's toggle the display here. Like I said, it looks good. It looks good, but I know that this can look hell of a lot better in HDR. And I haven't gotten the answer back from Konami on as to why they haven't implemented HDR, especially when you have PlayStation 4 Pro and you have Xbox One X coming out. Like, what's the hold up with the HDR? They are using a very powerful engine. This is a FOX engine that they stole from Hideo Kojima. What a thieves. Bunch of thieves, man. They stole the engine from Hideo Kojima, because this is the exact same engine that was used in Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain. Let's see. I mean, like I said, it looks good, but I know this could be even better. This could look hell of a lot better if it had that HDR. Okay, so let's leave it like this for a minute, and let me go ahead, let me jump into calibration process. All right, so rule number 1. This game doesn't support HDR. It supports some type of dynamic resolution that's upscaled to 4K, okay? It's not a true 4K, it's an upscaled 4K. It still looks good. It's still considered a 4K, but it's not a true native 4K, but it would have been great if it was. But it's not. So we already know it's not HDR. And we already know it's not a true native 4K, okay? I don't know about the PC version. I don't have the PC version. Now, as you've noticed here, I already have my TV brightness to normal and my picture mode brightness to normal as well. Now you're going to ask why. Why do you have that? Because it's not necessary for me to have the peak brightness high here, because we are not watching an HDR format. Therefore, we don't need that peak brightness. Having that brightness brighter and having the picture mode brighter, it's going to crush our white bright level of detail, meaning that we won't be able to see the crowd, we won't be able to see that jersey, it will be too bright. You won't be able to read where it says Puma over there. Like, you're gonna lose all that detail. Okay, so the idea is to keep it on normal. Now, this is coming from me sitting in a room that's slightly lit up, not like lit up completely with bright white lights, depending on your room. If you're sitting in a very lit up room, like a big giant, like 800 square feet giant room, and you got 75-inch TCL 4K TV, for you might have to leave it on brighter because you got way too many lights, okay? Your room, it's bright and lit up, so therefore you're gonna need to leave this on bright, and then picture mode on bright as well. So this will be really dependent on you, on your, every and each individual will have to set this up differently depending on your environment, okay? Now, let's go back here. Local dimming, honestly, you never want to touch this. The reason you bought this TV, you bought it because of the local dimming zones. Okay, you want to have those beautiful deep dark levels. So you want to leave it on high. Backlit, I moved it from 100 all the way to 77. You're going to ask, well, why did you move it to 77? Because here I'm not watching a HDR format. There's no reason for me to kill my white bright levels, okay? Unless you are sitting in a very lit up bright room, then you can move it up to, I would say, maybe 83 to 88, but I wouldn't exceed anything above 90, man, on the backlit. I would just go to like 89 maximum. Brightness is 53. The reason I left it at 53 because I want to give a little bit more of that outline, because I already have those deep dark levels, 72 local dimming zones, and 53, 3 clicks up. To me, it works. Contrast, I left it at 82 because, again, I'm trying to avoid to crush my white bright levels. Just as you care about not crushing the deep dark levels, you also have to be careful not to crush your white bright levels. Remember, the whole idea of calibrating anything, whether you're calibrating your guitar, whether you're calibrating your piano, whether you're calibrating, rotating your, your wheels and alignments, same thing here. You're looking for equilibrium. You're looking for balance. The key word, it's balance. When you go through all that jogger of technical jogger that everybody likes to spit out, when you go through all that technical jogger, at the end of the day, in the basic code name terms, it's balance. The key word, it's balance. That's what you're looking for in calibration. That's what calibration really is. It's the balance. They're looking for the balance, in another terms. So this is what I have for the backlit. Hopefully you guys are writing this stuff down. Backlit 77, brightness 53, contrast 82, sharpness, it's a 10. The only reason I left it at 10 is because, this is not a native 4K. It's not like a true native 4K, and therefore I'm not getting that high pixel density ratio like as I would get with with a true native 4K. If this was a true native 4K, I would move it all the way to 0. But now, since I'm not getting that true high pixel density ratio, even though it's upscaled, but it's still not pixel by pixel in native resolution. So I left it at 10 because I'm just needing a little bit of outline. As you can see, everything here, it's kind of within the threshold of the calibrating process. I'm not lowering anything below the threshold, nor am I moving anything above the threshold. I'm staying within a threshold. Same thing here with the sharpness 10. Color, it's a 55. Reason being it's a 55 because this is not HDR, and having the color at 5 clicks up, it's definitely going to add to a little bit of color. And no, it's not going to be radioactive. You're not going to saturate or oversaturate your colors by moving it 5 clicks up. It's not going to happen. Color temperature, again, this is my own personal preference. It's not like a standard law where you got to have it at normal. You can switch between warm, you can switch between cool, but me personally, I like it at normal, okay? I don't like it too yellow. I just don't. Even though it's good for your eyes to keep it at warm, but I like it at normal because normal gives me the representation of the colors, the tone of color, the way it should be. Balance. Remember, this is cold, this is warm. What do you want? I want the balance. I want in the middle. That's what I want. Okay? Again, balance. That's the key word here. So there you have it. I mean, hopefully you guys will write this stuff down. pause the video. I highly suggest that you pause the video. Let's do this one more time. TV brightness normal. Picture mode normal. Again, this will vary depending on your environment, okay? Advanced picture mode. Local dimming, you never touch this. You always leave this alone. Backlit 77, brightness 53, contrast 82, sharpness 10, color 55, and color temperature normal. So make sure you pause the video and write these things down, okay? It is really important that you pause the video, write this stuff down. And also it's important that you have a TCL TV. It could be a 55, 405, or 605. Doesn't matter. If you have 405, if you have S405, that'll do it. 405 will do it as well. 605 or even 607. Doesn't matter. It'll still work as long as it's a TCL brand, okay? It doesn't matter if it's a 405 or if it's a 605, okay? It'll still work. This will still work. Okay, so now that we have done that, let's go ahead and let's kind of examine through this calibration here. You see, you can even see, you can see the breath right here because it's cold outside. You see, this is a little like a breath smoke that comes out of it. You know, the moisture. Look here, I'll show it to you. See? And that's because of such a good engine that they have. They have this FOX engine, and it's really good. And it's really a shame that they haven't implemented HDR. I already sent a message to Konami. I said they're bragging about their sales. Like there was like something they retweeted, and they were bragging about the sales on the Steam, on PC. Now I don't know if a PC supports native 4K. I don't know. I'm kind of skeptical on the PC. I'm gonna wait a while to see how things go with the PC version, if there's any bugs or not. So I'm kind of wait and see with the PC version. But they were bragging about how many sales they got on the PC version and whatnot. And I was like, okay, that's all fine and dandy, but what happened to native 4K? What happened to HDR? You know, why are you letting FIFA take all the glory? You know, Pro Evolution Soccer has been proven to be a great soccer game, but not taking the advantage of PlayStation 4 Pro, native 4K and HDR, I think it's just lazy. You know, it's like, why wouldn't you take the advantage of it? Especially the Xbox One X, which is even more superior. They should definitely take the advantage, take the update, and utilize the textures, volumetric light, anti-aliasing, native 4K, HDR. There's no excuse. This is a powerful, powerful FOX engine that was used on Metal Gear Solid 5, Phantom Pain, Colonel. Alright, there's no reason for them not to do that. And I mean, this is the same engine that was stolen from Hideo Kojima. Yeah, they stole the engine from Hideo Kojima, man. Konami. Dude, it's difficult. It's difficult to really like Konami these days. I mean, it's just the cluster of nonsense that they it's beyond, look, man, it's beyond me. I don't know, it's beyond me. I don't think even Hideo Kojima understands like what the hell happened with them. Like, you know, why did they self-destruct like this? And then Metal Gear Rise, oh Jesus Christ, oh man. And this is Hideo Kojima engine. It's what you're looking at. You're looking at Hideo Kojima engine, FOX engine here is what you're looking at. All right, so let's play through a little bit more here, okay? Like I said, this is the best I can squeeze right now from the demo, okay? It's the best that I can squeeze. I mean, it looks good, but my whole point is it could look better if they would have... oh, here we go. It could have looked better if they had implemented native 4K and HDR. Come on, come on, come on. Let's do this. Let's do it. Come on. Come on, come on. There you go. Oh, here we go. Corner. A corner. Look at some corn over here. Here we go. Let's make this corner happen. Come on. Come on. There you go. Do it. Oh, oh, wow, dude. Are you kidding me? So anyway, so hopefully you guys like this video. Remember, make sure you write these settings down that I have put into place here. I'll show it to you one more time before the video ends. Here, right there. Make sure you pause the video and write this stuff down. Just give it a try. You know, let me know what you think. Again, it really this part right here, it depends. TV brightness and picture mode really depends on your environment, okay? Same thing here on the backlit and contrast and brightness. It really depends. These three will depend, honestly, on your environment. How big is your TV? How far from the TV? How many lights you have on your room? Because I don't know your environment. So therefore, it's impossible for me to blindly give you the advice on how to calibrate. All I can do is give you my opinion here. My recipe. All right, guys. Mr. 4K Upscaler, out.